Hey guys, Mr.Spirit here with How Do I Scout Tutorial Thursdays, and today we are going over the Scout class. The Scout, you may ask, is who is he? What is the Scout? Scout is an offensive light class that has 125 HP. He has a 2x bonus to capturing points and pushing carts. He has a double jump mechanic, and he is the fastest class in the game. However, being so fast and having those abilities make him one of the most fragile with the 125 HP. So the Scout isn't your frontal offensive class, he is your side flanking offensive class. Now, this is what your base Scout will look like. A scattergun, a pistol, and a bat. Standard loadout, everyone has it right from the get-go. Scattergun is a 6-shot shotgun that's modified with a lever reload system. A pistol with 12 rounds in a single clip, and a baseball bat that hits. It's a baseball bat. What else do you want it to do? So, Scout is your standard pushing class that you would use to capture points, intelligence, or push payload carts. Overall, if the Scout was to engage in anyone on head-to-head combat, he is more likely going to be killed than anything. However, don't let this discourage you, because the Scout is usually one of the most targeted classes due to his ability when he flanks to destroy people very easily, if not dealt with. So the Scout is a class you do not want to start out with when you first pick up this game. He's about a medium difficulty just to pick up, because due to his speed, aiming becomes quite difficult. However, he is an ideal class after you get the hang of, okay, this is what the game is, so on and so forth. I'm beginning to aim. He's a medium pickup, and he can be quite difficult to master due to the double jumping mechanic and any unlocks that may help him jump even further. But today we're just focusing on a stock standard loadout Scout. So, a Scout is strong against other weak classes or classes that are being flanked and don't know he's there. Just like the Spy, but the Scout is completely visible. He just moves really fast and makes it really annoying. His weaknesses, though, are splash damage, especially up close, that can really destroy him. Frontal attacks against heavy weapons. Sentry guns, pyros. Snipers and spies will have a more difficult time dealing with a Scout due to his movement speed and the fact that he's trying to sneak up on them while they're trying to sneak up on him. So they're going to be spotted. A pyro, however, spray, one flame, you lose half your health. That's it. You got half your health. Better find a health pack before you start taking that afterburn, because once you lose half your health, anything can kill you at this point, and fast. Overall, you'll find the Scout to be quite fun once you get the hang of it. However, please bear in mind, this is coming from someone who plays Highlander and 6's TF2, so be prepared that what I play is not going to be the same as someone starting out. So, let's go to our training map, TR Walkway. This is where all the magic happens in practice, for base practice. Now you may see my view models turned off, so you cannot see the weaponry. I have a bind here that allows me to turn it on and off at will. Now, why do I play with my view models off? Simply because I can see a lot more of everything instead of Oh, I didn't see him. Didn't see him. Didn't see him. Didn't see him. It's quite glaring that you can't see people through certain weaponry. Run, medic, run. So I turn off my view models so I can have more view of the battlefield. Because if I didn't see that pyro to the right of me, he could have turned around and set me on fire. I would have never known where he came from because I can't see him. He's not there, he doesn't exist until he burns me. So, the bind is quite simple. I'll put it in the description so you can set it up yourself just to simply switch through. I do use it view models on certain classes with certain weapons, but that's where the bind comes in, just for the quick switch. So let's start out with demonstrating how the scattergun works. The scattergun is a close to medium range weapon that is very terrible at long range. As such, you can see, very ineffective. Let's do some medium range. Does some fair amount of damage. And at close range, it can do massive damage. A well-trained scout can kill nearly every class in only 2 shots. 200 damage is what this weapon can put out in 2 shots if aimed correctly. To properly aim your weapon, you want to aim for the meat of the body. So the chest area on any class is your best option. If you aim for the head, you're more than likely going to miss quite a bit of your shots unless you're quite point blank in their face. And aiming at the feet it's a little effective, but it's not as effective as you want it to be. You want to aim for that body, get in that massive damage, and watch classes fall. However, if you are working with a team and you've got retreaters, you can catch up to them with your speed and kill them usually in 1 shot because they're going to be weak and retreating. Next up, our pistol. It is a medium to long range backup weapon. However, it can be used at close range. At long range, it's just to do some chip damage. It's not going to do a whole lot. That's not what you're built for, is long range. At medium range, it does a fair amount of damage. And at close range, it can tear through classes really quickly. This works as a great backup if your clip empties out in your scatter gun and you need something just to finish someone, or if you want to pester people from long range just to help your team out while, say, you push a cart. Which is pretty easy. And finally, our baseball bat. It does 35 damage and 105 on crit. It's the weakest melee of all, therefore I recommend not doing it unless you're 100% certain you can kill them, or you just happen to run out of ammo during your fight. But if you've run out of ammo, you haven't been playing very long and don't realize where ammo packs are or what a dispenser does. But don't worry, we can cover that stuff during the engineer of what a dispenser does. So overall, your scattergun is what you want to use up close, pistol long range, or as a quick finisher. And melee, if you're absolutely desperate. And don't forget, you can chase targets. You're faster than they are. And if you wait till you get up close to their back, you can get some nice meaty shots on them. Just make sure they're not on a ramp. They fly. Now, our last mechanic I want to talk about is the double jump. The double jump allows us to maneuver maps and get to places other classes would normally get unless they're, say, the soldier or demo man who use a sticky or rocket jump to get around. This also helps us to avoid incoming damage by jumping around, and we can fake people into thinking we're jumping somewhere where we're really not, causing them to waste ammo. This is really good if you just need to reload and you've become quite accustomed to the double jumping, because you can change your direction anywhere in midair, and you can do it with a crouch jump for extra height on both the first jump and the second jump. Just remember, it's about where you jump, not how you jump. So using props and whatnot, you can get off double jumps. Just be wary that sometimes your double jump does not activate right away once you land. I don't know what causes it, it just happens, and you'll feel like you should have been able to, but for some reason you aren't able to. Use props such as railings, tires, the payload cart, anything to gain height advantage and jump around. You can also jump over classes with a double jump too, which you can use to confuse people. Your double jump has many uses. Experiment around, find what you like, what style you like. Not everyone's going to be the same. Some people use it to juke soldiers around by keep moving and keeping an upper ground system, such as stairs and other railings. Or some people like to use it to jump over people, around people, and cause great confusion. So just experiment. Next, I'll show you how to deal with a sentry gun. Okay, so let's build us a sentry. Now, as most people would think, you can take out a sentry by running at it. No. Sentry gun locks on, sentry gun kills. A scout is not going to be able to deal with a sentry, no matter what level, including a mini, in a dead-on fight with it. If I want to get into a dead-on fight with it, I want to pull out my pistol, and I want to spam from outside its range. And by doing that, I can take it out. However, if there is an engineer repairing it, it won't go down very easily. If the engineer is new, he's most likely not going to have metal to repair it. So, let's say there's a level 3 sentry up, long range, blocking my path. I want to fire at it as quickly as I can, dodge any rockets if I get in close, kill it, move on, kill the engineer that may be there, and continue about my scouting business. Now, let's say the engineer has built his sentry in a corner as such. Now, the main thing you'll notice is if I built it right. With that, build. I don't want to teleport. There we go. is that the sentry gun there is going to pick me up through the crack, but it won't be able to shoot through it. So, the sentry gun here has to turn around to try and face me. It'll take 1 whole second for it to reverse around back to its starting position. So make sure that it is fully around. Wait 1 second and it'll go back. 1 second. If it's in a rotation already, it'll try to do that. So if you can time the rotation, then you're going to have a better time at dealing with it. However, while you are moving, you can shoot it, causing it to take damage. Or, let's build another one here. If you can edge it. Now by edging, I mean getting a little angle on it where it can't shoot you. So the tripod here is a great example to shoot at. If it's a level 3, the barrels are usually bigger, giving you more opportunity to shoot at it. So I'll demonstrate. Bigger barrel, easier target. And that's a down sentry. But if an engineer is smart and builds their gun facing a proper way, getting around it is much more tricky. And you're more likely to end up dead. So just remember, bad sentry placement will allow you to take out the gun easier than a well-placed sentry. Just remember, if you can't get at it easily, peek it. See if you can't get that little tripod, because it's worth taking out. After you take out your sentry, once again, take out the NG, move on your way. If you can't take out the NG, retreat. Retreat as fast as possible, let your team know. Teams will usually push up when a sentry is dead, and that's usually their biggest fear versus a demo man with sticky traps. So next, I'm going to have some footage here, and I'm going to discuss some more things about the scout, and you'll get to see a demonstration of an offensive pushing scout. Okay, so here we have the footage of an offensive match as scout on payload upward, and the big thing to remember here is that you will die a lot. You're the class who's expendable on offense, so keep in mind, if you die, it's going to be okay. Just keep that cart moving. Move around the cart constantly. Make sure you're not an easy target for a spy to come up and stab, or a sniper to headshot. Keep the cart moving, keep moving around the cart. You have a 2 times capture rate on the cart. Push it, and keep pushing. If you suspect something's funny going on behind your team, just turn around. You're the fastest class, you can check it out. So, oh, a scout gets called behind, I can turn around and help my team. Spy's called out. Well, I'm going to quickly check where he may have gone. And then I'm back once again. You want to use your speed as a scout, your capture rate, and your flanking mobility to your advantage. If you don't, you will be destroyed. However, if you keep yourself safe, use your speed, and choose your battles. If I run into 3 people head on, I'm mostly going to turn around and run. This pyro completely ignored the fact that I was there and went for the heavy. Left him way open. Pistol. Sentry gun down. Don't want to build. I use this cart to give myself cover from these heavies so that bullets don't do much. Spy knocks me away. However, heavies still go down. I went down, but I captured the point. I took out a sentry. I took out a player who was threatening the cart. Overall, that's great scout work. Big things like this keep you going. The more you keep going, the better. I see a sniper up here. He's tunnel vision towards the cart. Get up close. He ends up jumping off to his death. If he landed, he would have taken too much fall damage to even survive anyways. All I want to do while I'm at the cart to players is pester them. I got all the ammo and health I want. And trust me, random crits are going to kill you a lot in public games. And they're going to suck. But don't get discouraged. Do everything you can. Keep the card rolling. Keep your team up and going. And pay attention. If you keep your surroundings in mind, you can finish stuff off. I saw he was on fire. He was retreating. Odds are he's near dead. Go for the kill. I saw a heavy and a spy. Not messing with it because they saw me first. This soldier, he really wants to get me. I'm using my speed to my advantage. And I'm using it to avoid the direct hit. I take a little damage from the direct hit, but the overheal saves me. I get the cart back rolling. I find a hiding spot to reload quickly. I did not see the spy. It happens. But I get back up, go out, do my job all over again. I've been using double jump to avoid rockets. I saw a soldier's already engaged that way, so I aim to go through the back route. I see a spy. I fire, I shoot. I don't believe he is actually dead. I check my board. No domination kills. I know he's around. I don't know where. Turns out he was in underneath, and he actually waited for me. Why he would sit and wait for a scout? Who knows? It probably wasn't his best idea, considering he was low health. If I had actually went to follow him, and he didn't, and I wasn't injured from before, I probably would have been able to finish him off. So at this point, team's not pushing, and I had the cart push me off the ledge. Oh well, it happens. Tried my double jump to save me, it didn't. I wasn't holding W to get the forward. Some big tips I can give you about double jumping. It changes your direction when you jump, and if you hold no direction, jumping just sends you straight up. It stops all movement. Great if you're trying to stop from jumping into, say, a sticky trap, but holding S and jumping back would be better. You can use the cart to jump quite a lot. I know that spy's dead ringing. I could not pick up his knife. I know he went hide somewhere. And there he is. I was having a bit of trouble with him, so I whipped out my pan, which is just a reskin of the bat. Meleeed him down because he wasn't paying attention, and as soon as he turned, he got what he deserved, a frying pan. See, I've been lit. My health is burning. I have this whole map to use because I'm faster. I pick up any ammo pack. I use the flank, kill a demo man, keep going, dance around the car to avoid the pyro, head towards my team. He runs away. I come back. I keep an eye on where I think he may have went. And there goes Spy. Tried to face stab me. However, it attracted the attention of the pyro. As I said, pyros are your weakness. They will kill you. There's not much more I can teach basic-wise. Moving into advanced strategies and loadouts, I'll have to save for another video. But I'd like to thank all of you for watching. I hope you've learned something, and I hope you take greater appreciation to scouts who are quite skilled at avoiding damage. And especially the scouts that stay near the cart when pushing. Just keep in mind, you're not the strongest, but you can still be a team player. Thanks for watching. Let's build something in the next one.
That's what I'm talking about.